Hello, it's Friday again, and One Piece chapter 1063 has released. So I'm doing a different style than last week. I'm just trying things out. So I've listed down the probably important stuff, which is more or less the whole chapter, but yeah, pretty much the important stuff, and we'll talk about that. So I've read it through already. And first up, let's go back to chapter 1062. I made a mistake, or not that I made a mistake, but yeah, it turns out it wasn't that Choco Town, was melting or something. It was frozen. And of course, potential candidate is Aokiji. Why he did that, I don't know, and we'll see more of Choco Town, I guess, in 1063's cover page. So the chapter title is The Only Family I've Got. And in the cover page we see Brule crying because Pudding was kidnapped and also Cracker was frozen. So I don't know what Aokiji's planning, if he's working with, I mean, he probably is, right, working with Blackbeard, but if he's connected with Sword, or he's just going on his own, or he's... The one thing I don't think will be is that Aokiji is like a bad guy now. He wants to serve justice, is that how you use the word? He wants to serve justice, but not with the Navy, I guess. Anyway, we start off by seeing that, Luffy, Bonnie, and Chopper finishes eating, and they're all fat. So basically, they finish eating, and they're talking with the Wrath model of Frick. What's his name again? Frick, I forgot. Dr. Vegapunk, right? So we see the Wrath model, and since the previous chapter, because we have different ones like Logic, Wrath, Evil, was it? I think Evil was the one with Zoro's crew. Not Zoro's crew, Zoro's team. And yeah, there's some, there are some of them are pretty straightforward, like Logic, of course, the smarter one, I guess. And then we have Wrath and Evil, and probably the others that I forgot about already, but Wrath and Evil sound... They're not as straightforward, like what is the purpose? I don't know about Evil, but we find out that Wrath's job is to essentially just cause a ruckus. I don't know why that job is, but yeah, I guess. Then they walk around. Then they see a Kuma police. So it's basically a pacifista reskin, like Kuma Robocop. And of course, they spot the pirates. Kuma, the pacifista, spots the pirates, and it attacks the crew. And Luffy, Chopper, and Jinbei, they want to defend themselves, right? But Bonnie, we knew that last chapter Kuma was her dad, but Luffy and Chopper and Jinbei, they didn't know that. So when Bonnie decided to intervene and prevent Luffy and the rest from attacking the pacifista, they finally find out that her dad is Kuma. And we get a flashback of Kuma, holding Bonnie up as a kid or baby or whatever. And he kind of looks like Cobra. Coinkydink? I think not. But jokes aside, let's continue. Then we go to Blackbeard's crew in another part in the New World. And yeah, we see Law getting turned into a lady. And we see basically his whole crew being gender bent. So you'd think that it has something to do with the hormone fruit that what's their name? What's their name? I forgot. basically the hormone fruit. What's you know who I'm talking about, basically, and more or less, it's not that. So we get we get a glimpse, or not a glimpse, but we get to know the devil fruits of each of the core members of uh of Blackbeard's crew, right? So Doc Q, the doctor, has the sick fruit, and apparently he spread some type of contagion that gender bends them. I don't know how that works, but basically it's Doc Q who did that. Then we see Van Auger, the sniper guy, who has the warper fruit, so teleportation, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what, because a lot of, I guess the teleportation thing is very, it has to be stronger than, like, whatever. It sounds pretty simple, but maybe it's far more OP than I think. And I like to think that way, because if it's not, then I don't know what we can use that with. Yeah, I don't know. And we see Burgess, basically the wrestler guy, having the buff fruit, and he's carrying a mountain. So basically he's strong. Simple fruits, really. And then we cut to Blackbeard riding on Doc Q's horse, which the name's horse is stronger, or strongest. And the horse has a mythical Zoan fruit, which is Pegasus. I don't know, but yeah. Then we basically get to know the reasoning of why Blackbeard is confronting Law. And yeah, Blackbeard being Blackbeard, he's very smart and cunning, so he knew that after the Wano event, right, out of the three being Kid, Luffy, and Law, they basically would split up, right? And he would eventually find one of them. So he tracked down and one of them, whoever it is, and turns out that he found Law. So actually it sucks for Law. Like, I mean, of course Kid has his own problems, and we know Luffy, we follow Luffy, but I don't know, Law, somehow Law is always getting like crapped on. I don't know, maybe I'm just talking out my ass, but basically, yeah. Then Blackbeard and his crew eventually tracks down Law. And of course, the reason is because all three of them have a copy of the Lode Poneglyph. And then the chapter ends with them about to clash, pretty much. So, yeah, that's basically all of the chapter. The rest that I didn't mention is like just nothing. Like, they got new clothes. Luffy's crew has new clothes because there was a fashion store. Stuff like that. Nothing much. Also, yeah, besides the notes, I forgot to mention that Law turned back into a guy because of his haki. So, basically, it reaffirmed that, at the end of the day, devil fruits don't matter if your haki is very strong, and he changes back into a guy, I guess, pretty much. So yeah, that's more or less the chapter. What do I think about it? Nothing much. Also, I'm not so much a theorizer. It is enjoyable, but I don't know what to theorize. Obviously, we talk about Aokiji being involved with Sword, right? And why Pudding, right? But then Pudding can kind of remove removes people's memories. So I don't know what they want to use her for, but that's of some importance, I guess. And also, the contagion, that's one thing. Of course, that's dangerous. Buff fruit, he's basically strong. But the warp fruit, that, I'm still, in essence, it's pretty, unless, in essence, it's pretty weak. I'd assume it's weak, but thing is, it mustn't be that weak, right? Because what point is it besides like relocating instantly and stuff? Like, yeah, but you'd have haki, some people have advanced observation, so they would know roughly. But if it's stronger than what I think it is, which I hope it is, where can he teleport to? How? Can you just imagine where he went as long as he went there before? Right, that's crazy OP. Can he teleport people when holding them? Or can he do something like Law if he how to say, if he awakens? Then is it something like Law where you can teleport people, but this time it's like endless? But then why would you have two fruits that are similar, right? Like Law's fruit and stuff. And technically, yeah, I don't know. What else? Besides the road poneglyph, which is pretty straightforward, like they all want to find the One Piece because the One Piece is real. Yeah. Besides that, by the way, the Cobra thing I said earlier is probably nothing to it, but if they're somehow related because apparently they came from another kingdom, if Kuma and Cobra are related, then I mean they look very freaking similar. I'm not gonna lie. They look very freaking similar, but that might just be me. Yeah, theories. Also, I'm wondering, like, a horse has the mythical Zoan and it turns into a Pegasus. Either it's wasted on the freaking horse, or the horse is stronger than we're led to believe in this chapter. Also, we don't get to see that weird flying guy. I don't know who. I forgot his name, but he looks pretty freaking sinister. I'd assume it's some angel fruit if it's as simple as that, but I don't know. Excuse me. Besides that, yeah, it's a short but quite interesting chapter. We don't get to see much of the world itself, but we get to see Blackbeard's crew. Finally, we get more Blackbeard content, right? Which, when it seems like forever, we only get like 1 minute, 5 minutes of him, and then now we get like 4 chapters ago, and now we get Blackbeard. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. Besides that, I guess we can look forward to 1064 next week, and yeah, that's about it. It's been your boy, I don't know, me. My name is Sebastian. You can call me Seb. That's it. Chapter 1063 done. Bye.